Hello, everyone. How are you?
Hello. How are you?
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, whatever it might be. We are Pam and Dina from the Knitting Place. What am I supposed to say? Welcome to a podcast number. Thank you. Totally blanket.
We're switching our roles today.
Well, not very well, as you can see. This is podcast 194. I am Pam Sapp on Instagram and Ravelry, and Pam Sapienza on Facebook. And Dina.
I'm the Knitting Place on Instagram, Ravelry, and Facebook.
And if you enjoy the podcast, you can always subscribe if you don't subscribe. And what else? Although
Please give us a
watching
follow.
it if they don't subscribe, though.
Because maybe a friend told them.
Maybe a friend told them.
Maybe a friend.
Yes, there you go.
And they told two friends.
Or maybe we just popped up in that knitting stuff.
Does that ever happen that you get suggested podcasts?
Yeah, I think so. Or I think it just, or I don't need, you know what? The way they do things nowadays, if I look at a pair of shoes, the next 2 hours I'm receiving all these things on shoes. Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know what they do.
Crazy.
Anyway, we hope that you're doing well. We hope that you're knitting.
Or crocheting.
Oh, yeah. Crafting of some kind.
Right. Crafting is really, because we are stepping up our crochet game.
Yes, we are trying to. Yes, we are trying to. That was one thing. We didn't do that either today, the crochet. We wanted to do that. Just not enough hours in the day.
We must announce that.
Mm-hmm. We're going to have a crochet along. And Dina and I...
Did the pattern print?
Which one?
I don't think
did you print? I don't think so, no. No. I knew you were printing something. Remember when I asked you, did you print it? The Hawthorne, remember? It was the other one you were doing.
Right.
The crochet one. But no, there was nothing back there.
That's weird. It didn't send.
We'll get it.
You printed your labels, so there was nothing in the queue. Interesting. Okay.
What are you going to do? Well, how is everybody? We hope you're doing well. We are continuing to knit all the knits, right, Dina?
Yes.
All the knits.
Got a lot going on. It's nutty.
It is. It's crazy.
We've got so many knits, it's actually nutty.
I know. I finished a project, and Dina said to me, don't you feel good? I said, you know what? I have so many projects, I can't even feel good now.
Just...
What are we doing?
Fixing this.
Oh, you're looking at her sweater. She's not dressed properly. Okay. There you go.
We're going to have to talk about her.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I was actually surprised. Pam just packaged that beautifully
if I knew the mailman wasn't coming, I would have left it out to show you.
I said that wrong. The insanely beautiful Afghan that you crocheted for Patrice. Mm-hmm. Gorgeous. I saw it done, and I honestly, my heart went when she had to smush it into the box.
I know. Get it in there. I'm just thinking, I did take pictures of it yesterday.
Oh, you have to.
Audrey did that for me. My daughter did that for me.
She's so
I
good.
like the edging. The edging come nice.
Both.
Yeah. I can send you one, but here
that
it is.
That looks like your screensaver.
It does, doesn't it? It does. I should make it my screen. There
it is.
And the next picture is the edging that I put on it.
So that was called the Vintage Crocheted Afghan.
Correct. It's a Churchmouse pattern.
Correct.
And you could use any yarn. I used the baby cashmerino for a baby blanket.
Yes, and it was beautiful for a baby Afghan.
Correct. It's it's a very easy pattern to learn.
Did you have it memorized?
Oh yeah. Every row is the same.
Right and wrong side?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, good.
Yep. Very easy to remember.
That's the beauty with crochet, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
It's reversible.
Yep.
For the most part. I shouldn't say that, because when you do a textured bobble or something like that, for the most part.
Interestingly, talking about crochet, again, as we were saying before, when you look at something, you keep getting it in your feed.
Yes.
So, of course, because we've been looking at crochet,
yes,
I saw something very interesting. I saved it. It was making a handle for a crocheted bag.
Okay.
And very interestingly, they picked up stitches, like they picked up 1, 2, with a crochet hook. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, all on the hook. And they did like a Tunisian
crochet on the hook.
And then they came back and they went into they picked it up, and they...
Then you have to go through all of them.
Correct. And then when they did it again to pick it up the next round, they went in this way against the strand is like this, and they went this way into it.
So when you do a Tunisian crochet, let's start with, when you do a Tunisian crochet, there's like not a crossbar because it's going this way.
It's vertical.
It's a vertical bar.
Yeah.
And it's just standing in front of your stitch. So what Pam is talking about is they insert the crochet hook right behind that.
But not only did they do that, then they went behind it, and then they went into like the chain.
How many times?
And for each stitch.
Wait,
and then
go in front, in back.
It was all one thing. It was one. They went. They went in
swoosh.
And pulled through. They went in and pulled through, and they got to the end. They did the pull through, and it made a beautiful fabric-looking handle for your crocheted handbag. I asked
you, do you want to do a bag? And you said, absolutely not. I have no interest.
I hate handbags.
But she's interested in the handle.
you know what it is, though? I don't mind. I love to crochet them. It's the lining. I'm not a sewer. So where am I going to do the lining?
Right. It's annoying.
Yeah, I just find it annoying. And I think we were blown out from customers doing it.
Yes.
They all wanted linings, you know?
This is amazing. Are any of you sewers out there? If we were to crochet a bag and include the fabric, would you be willing to line the bag for us?
They'd have everybody who watches that. They'd have to do it for everybody.
No, for us.
Oh, just for you think it's just for us?
Just personal. I want to crochet a bag.
I'll show you. When I go home later, I'll share that reel that I saw. It was very interesting because, a lot of times
I have a bag that I'm making.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a big granny square bag.
Nice. Audrey wants me. She found a pattern. You get on
granny square?
Etsy. It's not granny squares, but it uses raffia.
Love raffia. I found that at the show. It was just too late to order it.
There you go. Well, I said we could make some beautiful bucket hats with raffia.
You can. Okay.
It's got the stiffness that you need.
Yes.
Next year. Next summer. But anyway, what's going on with you, Dina?
Not too much.
Any update you have to tell us?
No. Had a very pleasant weekend.
Relaxing?
It was kind of relaxing, yeah. The kids were around, so it was one of those weekends. Oh, by the way, we're home for Shabbat. So it was amazing.
Had a nice dinner with them?
We did. I actually feel really bad. I told my girlfriend she can't come to Shabbat dinner.
Why?
I wanted to be alone.
With the kids? You wanted it
with
just
the
to
kids
be the kids?
And my mom.
Okay, good.
It turned out my father-in-law came, but it was so nice and intimate. And you know what the kids said? What? Mom, that was so nice because it was just so intimate. When you host, it
takes on a different
energy takes on a different vibe. Mm-hmm. Exactly. You just start having side conversations. Right. This was one of those evenings where we all sat around the table and we were kind of all engaged.
And there might be something that you wouldn't say if there's not a member of the immediate family around. Could be. Depends who it is.
It could be, but we didn't have any topic of conversation like that. Yeah. But what I love around a dinner table is when we're all on the same conversation.
Right.
It's very hard when you have 20 people, and you have like 20 conversations.
Right. Well, that's the nature. If you have a bunch of people, you can have a bunch of different conversations.
Now, for me, in my ADD, I thrive in a more intimate.
Yeah.
Like, while I love to host and have a lot of people over, it's very... I'm just hosting.
Right. You're not
working.
Really...
I'm not really...
You're not enjoying the company.
No.
Yeah.
So this was really nice.
There you go.
It was nice for my mom.
Good.
And what did we do? We really didn't do much. We went to a new park for Bear. We were trying to walk him.
Oh, where'd you go? In Great Neck?
Off of Gilgo Beach. Let me tell you.
Oh, all the way out. Oh, that's where all those murders were.
I know.
That's with.
I drove by and I'm like, guys, this is really creepy.
It is creepy. I know.
Parkway.
That's that latest thing.
Oh my goodness!
Where they arrested that guy from Massapequa. Remember?
Yes.
And they keep finding bodies out there. That's what they say. They said Nassau County is one of the highest, if not the highest place in the country for mass murders, and the dumping ground is out in Suffolk. Because you have all those beaches, all the, it's not just on a beach. It's got all the, what do you call the grasses and the...
It's like marsh grass.
Marshes, yeah.
It's creepy.
Yeah.
We were driving by. I'm like, Ellis, this is Gilgo Beach.
Well,
he goes, I could see why
they
dumped the bodies because there was just so much territory there.
And that, that particular, the whole thing, I mean, clearly there's more than one murder, but I remember listening on the radio, they had the
sounded like a bit of not inside job, but...
Well, there's a whole bunch of... Between the Suffolk... There was a Suffolk County sergeant or something, and apparently they had these sex parties there. and they would bring the girls in.
Sounds like the police were a little bit involved.
Yeah, they were. They were. Absolutely, they were.
There's something
Anyone
shady
who says
there.
they weren't, that's baloney. But
Something
this one guy,
very,
and I heard the one video of the girl as she'd gone there. They brought her in, and when she wanted to leave, the guy wouldn't let her leave, and she ended up running, and they were chasing her
away.
And she rang 2 doorbells, and the people would not let her in. Terrible. Can you imagine being out there? How dark? Yeah, they killed her. Can you imagine being out there in that dark?
She tried to get away. That's sick.
And they wouldn't let her in. Anyway, so when you say Gilgo, because I know more about it, it bothers me. If I didn't know so much about it, it would bother me.
We were driving, and it was very creepy. We were trying to get to, it's called Gardner County Park.
Yeah.
So what happened was my husband needed to drop his car off at a special place. You know how the guys are.
Yeah.
To get an oil change.
Oh, yeah, to get his oil change.
Yeah. So he's leaving the car overnight. I said, I'll follow. He was going to Uber. Mm-hmm. And I said, you know what? Don't Uber. I said, I'll pick you up, and we'll drive over to Long Beach and walk bare on the boardwalk.
Yeah, so why didn't you do that?
Because from May to September,
you can't take
there's no dogs on the beach and no dogs on the boardwalk.
Right.
So, okay, we start Googling, and we ended up at Gardner County Park. You just arrive. There are beware of tick signs everywhere. I neglected to bring my tick spray.
So the dog, did you check him over?
He has
his tick
medicine that he takes.
Yeah, you still got to check him though.
We did.
Yeah.
But I was worried for me.
Oh, okay.
You know, I didn't have my spray that I usually use.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
He didn't have the spray. I'm like, stay in the middle of the course, you know.
Don't go by the brush.
And then we ended up just walking down to the end, which is like a half a mile and back. It was okay. Not worth it for being out in Babylon and Iceland.
Yeah, that's a drive. That's
a huge drive. Yeah,
huge drive.
But whatever.
There have to be other places where you can bring the dogs.
So you know what we did on the weekend? We took the kids. Jake and Roche ended up sleeping over, and we went to Kings Point Park.
Right,
now that's right in Great Neck.
Yeah, right.
They have a beautiful wooded. When I say wooded, it's like the wood chip.
Yeah.
The wood chip trails, and it's like through.
And you can bring the dogs.
Yes.
Oh, they can do that.
We did that.
Yeah,
I wish we would have just done that on Saturday, and I would have walked more than I sat in the car. Hence my knitting.
That's why you got your knitting. Live and learn. You know. Now you know where to go with the dog. I'm sure there are other places. You know, like Audrey used to go in Brooklyn with the.
Where does she go?
Well, now she's not near the park anymore, but she used to be, when she was in Fort Greene, she used to be down the block from the park. And they had special dog hours where you could let the dogs go off leash.
Okay, so they had 2 dog runs, like dog parks.
Dog runs, though.
One was for 30 pounds and under, which was great, and one was for 30 pounds and larger. So I thought to go in there, but when we got there, I saw too many Rottweilers. And
no. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of that.
Bear has not been fixed yet.
Right.
He's still
if
intact.
You could take the dogs up by the... Yeah, you got to be careful about that.
So there's dominance issues, and I don't want some dogs to...
Right, yeah.
I was just like, you know what, let's get out of here.
I'm wondering if you could take the dogs up by the Sands Point Preserve up there. If you could take, you should look it up and see. Or maybe there are special hours that you can, you know?
Yeah.
But who knows?
So anyway, that was our experience. And then we barbecued, which was really nice. My mom came over for dinner, and she stayed until nearly midnight.
No. Your mom did? She must have been having fun.
She taught us how to play canasta.
No.
Do you know how to play?
I used to play when the kids were young. We used to play all the time.
Can we be partners?
Yeah, but I don't remember now. You have to refresh my recollection.
I'm just learning.
We used to play up at Woodlock with the kids.
I love it.
It was a fun game. We used to do it in the summertime.
We kept saying another round.
Good.
But
so that was fun.
It was fun. So she's never taught it before, so it's very funny because
who does she play with you, Mom?
She plays a temple. There's a group.
She does.
Yeah, she's got like teams. And every time we asked a question, she's like, "Of course," as if like, duh.
Yeah, right. Well, I've never played before.
Exactly. Me, Zach, and Sophie. It was so much fun.
Good.
So anyway, that was my weekend. How about yours? You were busy.
Yeah, my daughter came out on Friday, and we again busy with what I couldn't tell you. You know, we walked 2 days,
you spent
which was
quality
nice.
time.
You know, we did. We went to Sephora, which is like an ordeal. We went to Barnes and Noble.
Hence her new lipstick.
Yeah, well, you can't see it now. We went to Barnes and Noble. We went to.
Did you get anything good?
I got a book.
Which one?
You're going to say, what's the name of it? And I The Verity, maybe? And I can't remember the author. There's an author who wrote a book. It's been out for a couple of years called...
You actually bought a physical...
Time. The word time is in it.
Physical book?
Yeah, the word time is in it. It's a very popular book. They're making a movie out of it.
Oh, the
It's
ones
the
where
same
they go
author.
back?
No.
Back and forth in time?
Or maybe, no, that's not the one. Someone recommended a book called The Ruby Brooch. That's a time travel one.
Oh, The Time Traveler.
No, it's not that one.
It's
That
not
one I
that
read.
one.
This is a different one. It's a series. But I can't remember the name of it. I'm going to see. You know where I have it? I have it in... Because the question was, should I buy a book or should I listen to it?
Why did you choose reading versus
Well,
listening?
I think I'll do both.
Oh,
I think I'll do
you'll
both.
get it on Audible.
But I'll see if I don't read it. You know,
Right.
I said, I always like reading a book, but it's just the time factor. If you
So that
know.
was something I asked the kids at the table. So Dina had been the one who recommended
Yes.
tomorrow, and I had
Yes.
mentioned it that I finished the listen. She's like,
Yep.
You didn't read it, Mom. You listened.
Yeah.
But they were asking me if I want fiction or nonfiction.
Yeah.
And I don't really read too many nonfictions. So then we
Right.
got on the subject that they're, of course, in my family, it's all techie.
Yeah.
Their favorite book is, listening to, not listening, they love Steve Jobs.
Okay.
And then Roche said, well, what about The Little Fry? That's his daughter's memoir.
Oh, that's cute.
And, there's something to be said about reading nonfiction.
Yeah, I mean, listen, you read nonfiction, there can be many different areas and subjects.
100%.
Picking one that's of interest to you
Right.
is the thing.
Right.
Like you could be a history person. Maybe you want to read about a particular president
Correct.
or, something like that. Audrey, there was a book in the bookstore that Audrey said it was a thick book, and it was about two sisters in World War II. She said it was an excellent book. Of course,
Anyway,
do
I basically
remember
told
the
them
name
that I wasn't really ready because I'm still processing.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're so funny.
Not processing, but you know what I started looking up? I was, I'm not part of a book club or anything.
Right.
But just like my thoughts on it,
Mm-hmm.
like wanting to read, so I started to Google, what are good book, if you were in a book club, what would be questions to discuss about the book?
Oh, I'm sure some of the books have it in the book. They do that. I've seen. At the end of
I
a
don't have
book.
the book.
Oh, you don't have. We have the. Well, I think they would
They
do it in
didn't
the
say,
audio.
yeah.
Like,
Well, maybe I just ended.
I saw that book in the bookstore.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did.
I liked it. Anyway.
There were so
Nice.
many books.
Did she spend the weekend with you?
She did. She was there Friday and Saturday. She
I
went
love
back
that.
yesterday, and that
That's
was
nice.
it. We did the usual.
You had
stuff.
alone time. with
Yeah,
her. That's
yeah,
nice.
yeah. It was nice. It was nice.
Quality time.
Yep. And that brought us to today.
It's our chaos.
It's our chaos day. Well, I will tell you what I am wearing. I don't remember what I'm wearing.
Salty Air Tea.
Salty Air Tea, thank you.
Designed by Samantha Guerin.
Knit out of Moondrake Merino Linen. And
the colorway.
Toffee.
We love that color.
Love this colorway. I know when I went to look at my tops, I said it's such a comfortable top to wear. That's the thing. You have to be comfortable in what you're wearing. So anyway, that's what I am wearing. And Dina is wearing.
I'm wearing my new FO. I did a quick live on Friday. It's called Morning Fog. Of course, I'm standing up, which won't be able to actually slide back in. It's got beads right here in the edging, and there's actually beads here in the yoke. This was done with one bead on one stitch, and this applique was one bead on 3 stitches, which is over
it
mohair.
together.
If I'm not mistaken, PopeVergara. So this is a pattern. It's called Morning Fog. It was a design collaboration with Kokon Yarn, Michelle from the Netherlands, using Kokon Merino Linen. There it is.
Which is a fingering weight yarn. So you
Yes,
could use
any fingering weight
yarn for it.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, she had done a modification where you can actually avoid using beads. And I don't know if she did a bobble stitch in here, but for this stitch in here, she came up with something that you don't have to struggle with the
There is a
beads.
stitch that kind of mimics that.
Yeah.
That
It's like the mock cable, or
mock
even
cable,
like the knit 3 together,
Right.
and then
Right.
knit 1 yarn over knit 1.
So don't
something
let
like
the
that.
beads, if you don't want to do beads, don't let that discourage you, because you can do it without the beads.
Yeah, super.
Which is nice.
I did a modification. You're not going to believe this is on my Ravelry page.
Is this fingering weight yarn? Now
It's
that
fingering
you
weight
use?
yarn. The only thing I modified is I added 4 rounds in here. I don't know, she may have had 1 or 2, but I added an additional few rounds to lengthen it. And I did do a tubular bind off here in the sleeve cuff, as well as the bottom of my sweater, which matches the cast on. This was an Italian cast on, or a tubular cast on. So I wanted all the edgings to be alike.
Did she call for a tubular cast on?
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised, but she didn't. Did she go for a tubular bind off?
No.
Oh, that's surprising.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, you do you. Do what you
Exactly.
like. It doesn't make a difference.
Very comfortable. Love it.
It looks
It's nice
comfortable.
and sheer. Yep. But not too sheer. Of course, I'm wearing a nude bra, but if I was wearing a colored bra, you would definitely see right through it. I tried it on when I wore my sports bra, so that's how I know.
That's how you know.
Yeah.
So funny.
Yep. So we have kits for this.
We do have kits for it. So
Want me to get up since I'm up already?
You know more about the pattern, so you can talk about the kits.
So the kits on the website include 2 skeins of the main color, the main color being your body color, which is right down in here. Then you have your accent color in merino linen, and then there's the mohair color. Some kits have beads, and if they have beads, I think it was just $10 extra. There were beads that I had ordered. Of course, I couldn't make kits with beads for everything. But if you need help getting beads, I can always share my link. If you want assistance, I could try to help you as far as colors are concerned. So while I went on, I did a live on Friday, and thank you so much, all of you who joined me. That was really fun. Some of the kits we were able to replenish. So for example, this is something similar to what I had. This is the Knitting Place colorway Posy, and that's navy, a colorway called Viola. And then we have this beautiful shade of pink right in there that will create this yoke panel. Gorgeous kit. So I'm kind of just like striping this up top. This would be my cast on. This is the yoke. This is the mohair, and then the body. A beautiful kit. This is a new kit that we assembled today. This is a colorway called Sienna. It's actually the colorway of my Nila, and I paired that with Cosmos, Chocolate Cosmos. And then this here is a beautiful mohair that just fits right in there. Stunning kit.
I like that one.
This is stunning. Yeah, I do like it. Here's a really soft one. This one is Cocan. This is Cocan in the rose gold. Are the clear beads there?
Oh.
And then we have...
This was for this one. These aren't clear.
Oh, there should be clear beads.
I gave you the black one.
Oh, all right, no biggie. I think this kit has clear beads, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's a different one, but this is like colorway called Mineral. It almost has a lavender hue. Very soft, beautiful kit. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Kind of goes like that, if you will, in the yoke. Super pretty. Next up, we have the kit that's like mine. This is called Toffee Rose. I've got the matching mohair that I used, and then the Viola, which is a pretty navy. Again, merino linen for the body. And of course, if you have stash yarn, by all means, I helped a couple of customers. They said, well, I have a mohair. I don't need mohair. And that's fine. Somebody exchanged a skein of mohair to knit with Surrey. You do you. It's all good. This kit, has the colorway Moon, which is like a very soft beige. And then we paired that with, this is a very soft kit, beautiful Toffee Rose. And this here is the mohair. So again, beige. It's very concentrated here, but when it's sheer, it gets even lighter. And then the beads that I have that go with this is stunning. It's like the champagne color. It's like the same color as this toffee. So that'll be the bead that goes on the mohair, and then one just lays right on top of it, just like this color bead just lays on top and almost disappears. That's what this will do.
Did you do this one?
Yes, with that kit. Then we have this beautiful light gray option. This is called Light Gray by Moondrake. We've got a light gray mohair, and then we paired that with a colorway called Shadow. Stunning. Just shades of gray. Really pretty. This kit here is super gorgeous. This is Cocon's Jean Michel colorway in the very light faded blue. Then you have the mohair, which is light, and then you have the medium blue that goes on top. So that's another soft colorway. I would say this probably most similarly resembles the kit that maybe Pope knit for herself. Then we have two more kits. This one here is the Primavera with Cymbidium, pardon me, and there's a beautiful mohair that goes right in there. Very pretty. And last but not least, another gray with beads. This colorway is Lamb's Ear.
Is this one?
Oh yeah, that has the icy pool.
Oh.
We'd have to take that apart.
Okay.
But we could, yeah, they could see it on the website. Mm-hmm. This is the gray, and we paired that with black. So Lamb's Ear with the black Merino Linen. And then I have these pretty iridescent black beads. So the black bead will lay right on the mohair and then as well on the black Merino Linen. Now certainly, if a kit has beads in it and you don't want to be bothered with the beads, just say, Dina, I bought the kit but I don't want the beads, and I'll deduct or credit you for the cost of the beads, which was $10. This last kit is a colorway called Mint. Love this kit. This sold out already, so we replenished. This is the Icy Pool, which will be the colorway right in here. And then we paired that with the Eldritch. So, super fun and super pretty. Kind of goes like that.
Getting my kits mixed up, Dina.
Are you?
Yes, I am.
Sorry. I think I did a size, up to size, what did we do? This kit, of course, doesn't have the total yardage for the sizing. I believe I knit size 4. And you'll find the details on my Ravelry page. I had leftover in both color, in all 3 colors. Will you have enough to do the next size? Perhaps, but I don't know for sure. Definitely in color B. Definitely in color C. And 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you actually would have enough to do a couple of larger sizes. So that's the Morning Fog. Pattern is available for sale on Ravelry. It's designed by PopeVergara. And here it is, the Morning Fog.
There you go.
Morning Fog tee.
There you go. So we thought we would show you those
So,
kits
yeah,
since
we were talking about my FO and what we're wearing.
Yeah.
But now we're going to go back and do our whips.
Our whips. So what do we have for whips today, Dina?
What do you have, Pam? Why don't you start?
What do I have for whips? I have something else. Did I bring my other bag? Can you bear with me for 1 second, Dina?
Oh, sure. So should I start?
Yeah, you start with your whip.
I'm just continuing to work on my beautiful Nila. We had a class last week, so I'm just plugging away on my rows. It's not much longer. I think I was able to do 8 rows, something like that. It's a beautiful top. It's also knit in the Merino Linen. I really do love Merino Linen for the summer. It's a light fingering weight yarn. I love that it can transition into fall with it. It's got a beautiful drape, and I don't feel like I'm wearing anything too woolly. It's funny. It's this top. It's what Pam is wearing in the Salty Air tee. Yep. It's in here, and predominantly all the kits that we made for the Morning Fog.
Right.
Lovely fingering weight yarn.
It's a great fingering weight yarn.
But that being said, like Suburban Stitcher, I love that fingering weight yarn for not, I just wore my florist tee, and
Merino Linen came into being right around the time the pandemic started.
Yeah,
that's around the time.
Yeah.
So I am going to show you it's not much to show, unfortunately, my luminous. You know, it's annoying me. I have these two pieces. They each need to have a tail for sewing, and they annoy me because they're just hanging there.
Right. Because
plus you've got the two yarns attached. I feel like I'm managing ends all the time. But I know this looks like a bra when I hold it up like this, but it's really meant to...
Hold it up the other way for the kids. Like I'm knitting a bra.
It's really meant to go like what? You hold that in, Dina.
Sure. So this is the bottom of the sweater.
Like this. Flat like that.
Look at how pretty that looks.
And I haven't done that much. I'm at the point right now where I'm alternating rounds. One color, one color, one color. My colors are not as... they blend more. This is the one color that I'm using. And the main color, which is there, which is this. So you can see they're not that different. So mine kind of blend together somewhat.
I tried to pull this together.
Right.
So
right.
you can see that
so
this is the bottom of the sweater down here. And Pam is now working her way up. It's reminiscent of the V-back tee.
It is.
A little bit. And in the V-back tee, though, we worked from the top down. This construction is entirely different. It's not even beginning all in one in the round.
Right.
So
it is a different construction.
Spatially.
And they say we're ready to split for the armholes. And you're like, but wait a second, I have nothing there. It doesn't even look like a sweater.
It doesn't make sense.
So, but, you know, have faith. You know, what do they say? What's the expression I'm looking for? Just follow the directions.
Right. Take a leap of faith.
Exactly. So that is one of I have been working on it, but I haven't gotten that much done.
So for the luminous, last time I think I showed you, you guys need to put on your sunglasses. Warning, this is bright. I had my basically two triangles.
Right.
And they were joined together, and that's the way the construction is called for.
Done on that, Dina.
And I actually knit and ripped.
Oh, did you?
I did, and I'll explain why. So I'm using very high contrast yarn. This is like UV. Here we go.
There you go. Yeah, I think it looks great.
So this is the bottom.
Yeah.
And I'm working my way out. So what happened was when I first started, the pattern calls for alternating rounds. And
that would have meant a round of this
and a round of this.
Pink.
So what ended up happening is I had very bold single stripes. Where here, it's just...
So what did you do?
I ripped the 4 rows or 4 rounds that I did. I think I had 5 actually. And then I decided to only use my ombre. So this is art yarns, merino art yarns. I decided to let the ombre do its magic.
So that's all the ombre right now.
Just ombre. Nice. So I only have 1 ball. And where the pattern says to stripe and then work even, that whole section, I'll just work in ombre.
Hold on, I need to look at it. So show me on this what you're going to do.
Here. So this is the design. This is Luminous Tee.
Where are you now? Are you still in this part?
Yeah, I'm in the stripe section. So we're going to show you a picture where Bernice has, so right over here, Pam is in this section here at the bottom. And if you look closely, let's get a little closer. It's navy and white stripe. That was the section I was referring to. And then they go into the contrast color, which is all white. So
what are you going to do?
In this picture, you can barely tell that there are stripes at the bottom, and then it goes into the multi.
The multi, yeah. It's like variegated.
It's very similar to yours. You're alternating, but you could barely tell that you're alternating.
Right.
And then you're going to stop striping, and you'll go only into the... Right. So I'm just doing that whole section of the body in this.
So you're going to do this whole section here and then.
Just in this.
What she's saying is she's going to do the striping section and what you see in cream in that. And then she'll go back up to that.
Correct. And then I'll go back to the main color.
Right.
And as you can see, it's funny. I didn't even realize it, but it's getting into the orange. So the orange will be closer to the top.
That's fine.
And it's fine. And then I'll just go back to this.
Right.
We'll see. My husband's like, that's ugly. Zach is like, what are you wearing that
He
with?
doesn't have a vision.
I'm like, white pants, navy jeans. It's bright. I get it, but
it's fine. It's not that bad. It's not like neon yellow. I think it's nice.
It's like UV.
Yeah. Well, the colors, they blend and they coordinate. Like the color that's in there is in the bottom of the sweater. It's not like it's not. Turn it around. Show them.
Interestingly, I think I like this side
better.
better.
I was going to say that. I think I like that side. But then when you get up higher, you might not.
Right.
So you
we'll
have
see
to
how the skein. Right.
How the skein.
But it's super
out.
fun. Mm-hmm. And then I was thinking, what would a top look like this?
You could do that too. Yep. You could do that. You never know.
One never knows. So that is the Luminous Tee.
Right.
It's designed by Bernice Lynn. The pattern is available on Ravelry. I will say Art Yarns is a lot of fun to knit with. We had some kits that were very low contrast, and people probably, I posted in the Facebook group the modification that I did. I just told them
this, right? Mm-hmm. Right.
But if you are interested, we just got a bunch of new colors, and we can certainly make more kits. Yes, quieter than this, but super fun.
Fun kits.
Yeah, exactly. So that is the Luminous Tee.
The next thing I'm just going to show you briefly, I did make some progress, but not much, is this, I don't know why, Stella Alpina.
So pretty.
Still have a bit more to go.
You might finish that in Arizona and wear it out there.
It could be. I mean, I have to probably another 2 or 3 inches to go.
Can you imagine you wear that like in the red rock behind you and you take beautiful FO pictures?
We'll see.
And next to the
cactus, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so there you go. So that's that. It's a pattern by...
it's called Stella Alpina. And is it by...
I'll look it up.
Knit? No.
No, I don't think... No, it's not. I'll look it up.
Okay.
It's on my knit companion, so I have that. Do you have anything else?
Pam is using Lina.
Yes, Lina. I'm sorry. Yes.
It's from Sandnes Garn.
Right.
And she's knitting it in the colorway white.
Stella.
The pattern... Do we have... I don't know that we made kits for Stella Alpina.
I don't think we did. But it's just, you could just buy...
The skeins a la carte.
Correct.
We do have Lina available, so we have a lot of the neutrals, actually.
She calls herself Minimi Knit Designs.
Yes,
M-I-N-I, Mini, M-I, Knit Designs. And her name is Christina T. Gerlanda. So, but if you look up Minimi
Knits.
Or just go Stella Alpina, 2 words, Stella, and then Alpina, A-L-P-I-N-A. Yes. Anyway, it's a fun knit. It's reminiscent to me of the ranunculus on the top. Of course, every row is different with different stitches. So that's what the top reminded me of when I did it. And the last, are you done with your whips?
I could show just my Jethro, but you show yours. Yours is more important.
No, well, it's not more important. It's my Jethro, which my squares are done. So I began sewing it. So of course, there are still ends, but this is it. Here.
Absolutely magnificent.
This is one of my, it is one of my, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's my front. So that would be one of my fronts.
So wait, this seam is going to land on her shoulder.
1,
and she's
2,
got
3,
her
4.
fronts done.
And my front's done. And what the back would look like, I'm just going to show you. This would be it. You want to hold that down? Of course, this part of the back is missing. I haven't done that yet. So there you go. And that's it. It will have...
It's stunning.
This light blue will be the sleeve color and the ribbon color.
I'm trying to think of where did you incorporate different colors? Because you said you went stash diving.
Oh, I put this in.
Mm-hmm.
I put this color in.
Nice.
That was not in it. I think that's probably about it. I used the multi-color. I did use the multi. I think that was about it. Fine. And I did add, it's not true, I also added in the light blue, too.
From?
Double Sunday.
Okay.
Double Sunday.
Oh, it's funny. It looks like it's the outside color.
It does look like it's a little bit lighter. If I showed it to you in...
side by side? You can't tell.
I don't know. I may not have a square here with it, but here, it does. It is different if you see it in the skein. It is a little lighter, but whatever. Anyway, so there you go. That's my Jethro, and I'm hoping to have... I don't know. We'll see.
So Pam is sewing her squares together. We should talk about that. You want to just show them?
Yep.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm just sewing so what I did was, each square has 5 rounds of crochet, and the 6th round is the main color. So when I made my squares, my main color was my last round. I had 6 rounds. It was a 6-round granny. When she does the pattern, she does the 5 rounds, and she does the 6th round in the join. She joins them with that technique where you put the last round of crochet in, and you join your
squares
crocheting them. I chose to sew mine together, so I've sewn them together.
Right. So this is my palette here, a little bit different than Pam's. It's like these shades of plum. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to actually crochet the squares together. So
and what's your main color?
My main color is this.
Silver.
The silver fox is what I landed on. Mm-hmm. I was going to go darker, and then I decided I did frame 1 to see what it would look like. And there it is.
Yeah, I like it. I think that'll be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's it.
There you go.
My Jethro. I'm certainly not as far along as Pam is.
And believe it or not, I wove with every square that I did, I wove my ends in. So the ends that you're seeing, the only one I didn't weave in on some of them at the beginning was the magic ring. But these are all just yarns that I left.
From sewing.
Right. From sewing. Or like, when I would end this thing, I would leave a tail, but sometimes it's not in the right spot.
Right.
So you don't need it. So they just have to be woven in. So it's not
It looks beautiful.
Not a ton of weaving in. Yes.
We have our final class tomorrow.
If I can last tonight, I may be able to sew it all together. It depends.
There you go.
What I do when I go home tonight.
You better hurry up and finish.
No, I don't know. Too much pressure on me. I can't do it. Anyway, so that's the Jethro.
Beautiful.
And so what would be left after I sew it would be the sleeves would be knit and the bottom ribbing.
Picking up the bottom ribbing, and then of course the button band.
The neckband, yeah.
Are you going to do? Are you going to include buttons?
Probably not. I'm not a big button person, but
I think I might.
I haven't decided. It depends. If I found a button that I absolutely loved, I might.
She finished hers, and she came in and she picked out toggles, and she has more of like a rainbow.
Oh, does she?
Yes, but it was very cute because she picked toggles for the, there was a small buttonhole.
Yep.
Yet the toggle really feels substantial.
Right.
In a hole like that.
Yeah,
that was fun. I like that.
Yeah.
We're starting to see a lot of FOs in the group.
God bless people.
Yes, they've gone ahead and crocheted ahead, and it's just beautiful. There's no right or wrong. Everyone is working at their own pace. For some people, this is maybe their only project. Or
right, I was going to say probably not as many projects as we do.
And some are just so excited with the crocheting because it's really gratifying when you finish a square. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, it is fun.
It's fun.
It's fun. So anyway, so that is the progress on the Jethro. And our last class is tomorrow.
Yes.
There you go.
Bummed about that. I like the Jethro class.
Listen. Yeah, it's a nice class. What's next?
Let's talk about new kits.
Okay.
Let's talk about this.
Framed.
The Rhinebeck sweater. Andrea Mowry dropped her Rhinebeck sweater. 7th year in a row.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
I think I knit the first one.
What was the first one?
The throwback.
Was that the first one?
I thought it was.
I don't know.
If it wasn't the first, it was the second.
Yeah, it's definitely
one of those.
there.
Yeah.
Super fun. It's called Framed. Let's see. Frame, I guess, is what you would call the color that's in the collar. Goes across the shoulder. And it's framed in the cuff as well as the ribbing. Then you've got, if you look closely, to me it's reminiscent of our heirloom quilt cardigan.
Yeah, the quilt, the
quilt.
The very popular quilt design.
Yeah, it's been very popular lately. So Andrea, what she's done here, she's taken a yarn, Spin Cycle, Dream State, and that is the darker color in the body that actually changes color. And then she used a solid color, it almost looks like an ivory, for the background color.
Did she use the same? No, then she used the darker color at the top and the hems,
which is what's framing the entire quilt, so to speak.
Yep.
So we have lots of options. We found an option on Ravelry. One of the testers knit one where the whole background color including the frame, was all one color. So she did it in 2 colors, which is actually interesting. She didn't have that bold frame that Andrea was actually calling for.
Yeah, but it still looks, when I looked at it, I didn't realize she had done that. I didn't realize she had 2 colors there.
Really?
Yeah.
So interesting.
That's why when you were telling me, I was like not understanding because I didn't realize there were 2 colors there.
Right. So we do have 3 kits that are kind of like that option. So you do you.
Yep.
And if there's something that you feel like in the kits that we made that are reminiscent of this, if there's a color that, for example, the color of the body, you want to include that for the top and bottom and just make it 2 colors, let us know. If we have the stock, we'll be happy to
do it.
Swap it out.
I'll show you some.
So
first, we'll show you the kits that don't have. Which kits do you want to show
like
first? That one, right. That's right.
So the kits that we're going to start with are reminiscent of what Andrea called for, which was 3 different yarn/color. It's 2 yarns are the same, the solids, and then the Dream State is a multicolor. So for example,
this is your 3rd.
Right. Close Call is our Dream State colorway, and absolutely love this. And you can see how it shades out. And then the color behind it in the quilt is, we called for this colorway, and it's called Cape Cod Gray. So you'll get that kind of a contrast. And then the frame for the top is this colorway. It's like purpley black. It's called Pearl 10. And we thought that would frame it out really nicely.
Pretty. It's a pretty one.
Yep.
I like that one.
So that's one kit. This kit is a new kit. Some of you, I posted on Instagram last week that we had made kits, but this is one that was not. So what happened was we sold a bunch of kits, and today we created new ones. So this colorway is called Sandbank. We have it quilted with the Dream State colorway overpasses. And then it's going to be framed up top with this blue jean colorway, which is really pretty.
It's pretty, right?
Love that. Very cohesive.
Yeah.
It's like not out there.
Yeah, it's not out there.
No.
We'll
This is a fun one. This is called Sex on the Beach. We paired it with Valentina, which is a beautiful soft colorway. And then the Sex on the Beach will just quilt and stripe out in between. And then we top that off, love this, with the Ankara green. Love it. I will tell you, the kits that really sold quickly were the bright ones.
The bright ones, yeah.
It's interesting.
Well,
so we made some more. They're lovely. This is, I think this one is drop dead. This colorway is called Aquamarine. I'm going to pull it up close. It's got light blue to purple to like a aqua kind of hue.
Yes.
We paired that with Dream World, and the colors just really speak so perfectly together. And then we topped it off with Purple Mystery. Just like a
very
dark,
pretty. So
stunning.
That would be
so cohesive, gorgeous.
Yeah.
Love this kit. Pam knocked this one out of the park. This colorway is Truth Bomb. And for Pam, the body is the 2, right?
Yeah, the body is
okay.
the 2. Yeah,
this one is paired with Frank Ochre, which is stunning. And, you know, your quilts don't all have to scream.
Yeah.
While this is, you know, maybe Frank Ochre is a bit of a bright color, this will work out beautifully in between, but it doesn't have to be bold and bright. Cap this off with Blue Jane. Stunning.
Love that one.
Stunning.
Very pretty.
Another fabulous combo. This one here is called Camel. We paired that with Wololo. These kits are really tasteful. I mean, not just because we made them. I just think they're stunning. And then we capped it off with a colorway called Clay.
I love that.
Now, the clay is DK. For the top, I don't think it'll really matter. The rest of the garment is done in worsted, but that is stunning.
I love that.
Stunning.
Yeah, it's a good one. You like this one, Dina?
I think they're all good. I'm not going to lie. This one is called Sandbank. Love the Stay Ready. So that will be the body. And then, of course, we capped it off with black. Another fabulous out of the park kit.
Yeah, very basic, but lovely.
But amazing.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Yep. Next, this is a fun one. This colorway is called Valentina, which is the pretty pink. We have that paired with Hidden Place. And then we're topping it off with a colorway called Magenta. Very pretty. So you'll get the quilting colors, and then you'll top that off with this pretty magenta. Love that. This is a bright one.
I'll get the other one.
This one here is the ivory, excuse me. This goes with Sunset Strip. Love this. Not too many people know about this colorway. And then we top this one off with fuchsia.
That's
gorgeous.
That's a great one.
That's a good one.
That's
stunning. Then we have a colorway called On the Low. That's your Dream State colorway. We put that with the Ankara green. Gorgeous. Tell me that is not stunning. And then we top that off with Purple Mystery. And you could see the purple in there. Very pretty. Love, 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 love. Love it. Okay, next up we have Light Years. Light Years is a very popular colorway. This one is paired with the blue jean. They're tangled right now. Doesn't matter. And then we topped it off with Paris Night, a dark blue.
I love Paris Night. It's a great color.
Really pretty.
Great color.
So it frames it, but it's not like a bold color, but it's perfect.
Yeah.
Another, I think this one sold, Pam.
Oh, did it?
Yeah.
Then don't show it.
Yeah. I could show it, but it sold over the weekend.
That's right. You said there was another one, right?
This one is ivory. No, natural. We put that with Overpass, which is absolutely stunning. And capped it off with Paris Night. Gorgeous.
This is very basic. That's the one that sold, right?
Yeah, it's a beauty. Yeah, I like it's funny, all the blues lately have been really
I know.
selling like crazy.
Blues have been great.
This is another great one, if I may say so myself. More of a neutral palette, the Cape Cod Gray, which is kind of like a greeny gray. We paired that one with the Mississippi Marsala. Love. And then we topped it off with the Plomo. And just when you see it all together, it just really comes together nicely. Love. Love, love, love it. That's a beauty.
That is a pretty
Right?
one. Yep. Just to put
This
that
is
there.
another you.
It is.
This is gorgeous. This one I actually sold and I was able to replenish.
Wait, is that right?
Yeah, this is a replenishment. So this was one that we could do two of. It's a beauty. It's Sandbank with Ghost Ranch. And we top this one off with the black. Gorgeous. Just gorgeous.
Isn't that a pretty one?
Yeah. So those are our kits. If not all of them, a sampling. We do want to share with you another option. I think it's Ilana on Ravelry. You could check out her Instagram page. She did it with Dyed in the Wool, and she paired it with Fua Fua or another textured yarn. So we made one kit with Fua Fua, which we do have, and it's stunning. It's just at a very high price point,
Yeah,
so we didn't go crazy making a bunch of
I'll
kits.
show you that in a second.
We did something similar.
Want to show the Fua Fua first?
No,
Doesn't make
doesn't matter. We did show something that has, this yarn is called Billow. It is a cotton baby alpaca and merino yarn.
Yeah, we've done this before this year. Everyone's
Yes.
really seemed to like it.
Yeah, it's got a beautiful halo to it, and we actually paired that with this gorgeous colorway
For the frame.
called Magnolia. Now, when you look at Alana's test, she did it with two colors only. So what she did here is this would be the top ribbing and the background color, and then she striped it with another colorway, and we just paired it with this. So you're kind of going to get like a purpley vibe and then this light bony color vibe with like a little blue-green in it.
Correct.
Very pretty. So that's one option. And then the second option for all you green lovers, this is a colorway called Caper. And we paired that with Sugar Pine. So you'll get that beautiful green right here up at the top. And it'll also run through the body of the sweater. And then we paired that with this beautiful neutral. So the color work would be with this and with this. So it's kind of like a green and bone kind of colorway for the quilt. So this is just a 2-color option. Again, this kit is a little bit pricier than our other kits. And then this one is really
the Mercedes.
The Rolls Royce of kits. This one is actually the most similar that we can get to Alana's. We thought it was absolutely breathtaking, so we tried to achieve something similar. This colorway is called Goldie, and it's by Dyed in the Wool. We paired that with Fua Fua in the colorway Orate, so that'll be one color up on the top. And then we paired it with Lemon Drop and Big Sky for the body. And we think that's, I mean, you have to see Alana's sweater to really understand it. It's gorgeous. And there you have it. Those are all our kits.
I was going to show them Alana's.
Oh, you should. It's really pretty.
I was going to find it.
Absolutely gorgeous. She did a beautiful job.
What's it called? Framed?
Framed.
Hold on a second.
If you look up yarn ideas. So she did a beautiful job. Not sure how many of you are going to Rhinebeck. I know that we have a lot of customers who knit the sweater despite whether they're going or not. It's Andrea's 7th year.
It's a lovely sweater.
For coming up with a Rhinebeck sweater. And kudos, you know, it's very hard to come up with an original sweater each year for such a big event. But she's got this meetup on the hill. She gets everyone to do the picture. I think I missed that picture with the throwback that year.
Here it is.
But certainly fun.
Here you go. Is that it? Okay, no, I just had it. Hold on a second. Give me a minute to talk about something.
Who's got Rhinebeck framed in their queue in Ravelry?
Yeah, who plans on making it?
Who's making it?
That's what
Are you making it? Do you already have a kit? Are you using stash yarn? Now, the yarn is... You could really do it in 3 solid colors. You don't necessarily have to do Dream State. That's certainly another option. You can just alternate 2 solid colors for the quilt and then do a solid color, or even just make it a 2-color option, no spin cycle. There it is. Very pretty.
So that top goal that you're looking at, she achieves by holding the Fua Fua with the Dyed in the Wool.
Right. And then in the body, she's got the lemon with Big Sky.
Right. And then she's got this with this.
Right. Very pretty.
Yeah.
Beautiful combo. Unexpected, and yet, you know, everyone always says, you know, oh, I would have never imagined that to work. And then at the end of the day, it works.
So, yes, absolutely.
I had a lot of people question this color combo. And then once it was done, I got beautiful DMs saying, Dina, your color choice was gorgeous. I wouldn't expect it to work. And then somehow it just pulls together. It's a surprise. So...
And
it's fun.
Tell them if they're looking for Alana's, go to the
you can find the project
frame page and go to yarns and look up Fua Fua, and
right.
There are 2 projects with Fua Fua.
Or you can go through all the projects.
Or you could go through them until you find it.
She was a tester, so her picture is up there.
So that is framed.
Yay.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, this is the next one. There you go. The next one is the Tanne top, which we talked about last week.
We did, but we sold quite a number of kits.
Correct. And the Tanne top is made, this gold body is made by holding 3 strands of mohair together. And it's a 1x1 color work, also with mohair. Right?
Yes. So there are 2 options for this. The designer did a knit option with a triple ply mohair throughout. So in other words, the black stripe here is a triple ply mohair. The ivory stripe is a triple ply mohair, and so is the body a triple ply mohair. When you zoom in close, you can see that there's a 1x1 color work. The black with the camel and the ivory with the camel. So you're basically doing a 1x1 color pattern and alternating between the black and white stripes with the main color along with. We are going to host a knit along, and we're just going to say that if we get 10 people to do the knit along will run. If you sign up for the knit along, that's wonderful. If we don't make the 10, then we'll just refund the class.
Right.
So we just want to let you know that that's what's going to take place. This is one of the options for our knit along for the knit along.
Yeah, right. And so, for instance, when we made the kits, we made it with this would be a body color. You'd have 3 strands of mohair held together, and instead of putting mohair on the top, we used the Rowan felted tweed.
So what'll happen is the body is in the gray.
Yeah.
And then it'll stripe out. So this is the body. And then it'll go into, this will be a stripe.
And this will be a stripe.
And then, and then this will be a stripe.
Right.
And those 2 colors will alternate.
Yep.
Very pretty. So that is one kit.
That is one kit. They're on the website. I will show you some others. That's how we first made the kits.
Yes. So those were the original kits. We got some messages and we had a client come in, which led us to making some new kits. Meryl inspired me. She wanted to make a kit. She had used Rowan felted tweed before, and she felt that she didn't want to use Rowan felted tweed, and she asked for another alternative. And so we made some kits with dyed in the wool up in the yoke. We have yet to make kits that have no mohair. That was a third request. And based
Just
on...
ran out of time.
Right. We had a lot going on today. So I think what we're going to do is show you some of the new kits that we did not cover from last week. This here is a navy. I think this sold already. I think this one just sold.
No, that one we redid.
No, this is the one that sold, but I'll just show it to you. This is the body color, and then you're going to get alternated stripes of this and this. I love this kit. You know how I love navy and green. So it's subtle stripes of the alternating color with a navy sweater. If there's a kit that you want replenished, if I can order the yarn, I most certainly will. We still have a little bit of time that I might be able to do that, so you let me know. This kit is a gorgeous one. It's a basic. It's this gorgeous like luggage brown. And then for the stripes, we've got this as one color stripe, and then it alternates with this. So these are the 2 stripe colors, and then you have the camel body. Love that palette. It's nice and warm. On the table. Right here.
Oh, no, the ones that don't have.
I think that's all we made. They went downstairs.
I made 4 of them today. I made 4 kits today.
They're on the chair?
They were up here. I don't know. I'll find them. Let's talk about these while you're doing that.
Okay, so now we're going to gravitate to the new...
Give me that one.
Yeah. So those are 2 new kits that we just shared in the body. This one has dyed in the wool paired with mohair. So the difference here is that you have a triple mohair body, and then you have dyed in the wool as your constant throughout. Now we gave you 2 skeins of dyed in the wool in the same color, and we're allowing the yarn to stripe itself out, and you'll alternate that with the mohair body. This happens to be gorgeous, and you could see that that's how this would look. Now if you wanted to take another color, I'm just saying, if you wanted to have 2 tiers, you can certainly say switch a color out, but I think that might be a little bit too busy, but you do you. We wanted to keep it a little bit more uniformed, being that the spin cycle really stripes out, and we thought that that would be enough of a contrast for the body. So that's one option. Aha, Pam found it. This is another shade of blue, almost like a petrol. And then we have that paired with this color stripe and this color stripe. That's gorgeous.
That's right. That's a pretty one.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. And
then one of our favorites. This just happened. Where's the no, this gets carbon.
What number is carbon?
It's the gray.
Is that 170? 170 is the blue.
No. Maybe it's on the floor. That's it.
159.
159. Okay, so this is the body color. So you'll have that. And then you'll get alternating stripes of the gray and the red. Woo! Stunning. Just stunning. Look at that yoke. Can you just picture it?
Yeah.
And then the body in the silver. That's a beauty.
Yeah.
Okay. Pam, do you want me to trade places with you?
No,
I'll give you mohair.
No, I'm fine.
You sure?
Positive.
I feel bad.
Here, here's a mohair. These are much easier.
Okay. This next kit, do you want to give me the other one?
Sure. Hold on 1 second.
This one is a colorway called Valley Girl. And then we have it striping with the pink mohair. Look at that. And that's the body. So you can see how the spin cycle will take on a form of its own and bring you just a different element to the sweater.
Pretty.
This next kit is stunning. This is like a gray, but it's got this lavender hue. It's super soft. And then we paired that with Syringa.
It's pretty.
Gorgeous.
There you go.
Another fun one, this gorgeous gray. It's like a steel gray. And then we paired that one with Levitate. So you can see the stripes will go like that. Of course, it's a one, but it's gorgeous.
Pretty one.
Yeah.
Pretty colors.
This one I know is going to sell. Stunning purple. And we paired that with Vibe Check. If this is not the bomb, I don't know what is. It's just perfect. Look at that.
That's pretty.
Woo!
That's a nice
That's
one.
a good one. Another beauty. This is a gorgeous deep raspberry pink. It's coming up like a cherry red, but it is in fact a pretty pink. And then we paired that with
That's a great mix.
Sugar High.
Yeah.
So the 1x1 rib on the body. Gorgeous.
That's very pretty.
Now we're getting a little quieter. We're going to tone it down a little. This beautiful, it's almost got the same kind of hue as my sweater. And then it's got the toffee. Not toffee. Listen to me. Wololo.
Wololo. Great.
Gorgeous.
Color. That teal in there. I love it.
I might have to do this one.
You might
That's
have to.
different for me.
Matches your sweater.
But it's different. I like the teal in there. This is also a beauty in the same color family. It's got this taupey color with like a rose hue. And we paired that with Ghost Ranch.
That's a different ghost.
That's a
Ghost
gorgeous
Ranch.
one. Okay, this is the one that Meryl took. This is Double Trouble. We didn't quite have her colorway in mohair, but we do have this beautiful purpley blue. Stunning.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Yep. Next up, this is like an almond color in the mohair, and then we paired that with Bomboloni.
I love that.
Perfect.
It's very pretty.
Another beautiful combo, classic, stunning gray, and then we paired that with Stay Ready. Gorgeous.
That's your basic.
Basic. Pink lovers. This is a beautiful, what kind of pink would you describe that? We have it
it's
paired
not
with
a rosy pink. It's got like
it's got like an antique vibe to it.
Yep.
Love it, but it's paired
vintagey pink.
Vintage. That's more. And that's with Neverwary. And the Neverwary is fun, as you can see. You're going to get layers of different colors.
It's got like grays and
Love
pinks
it.
and blues. Yeah.
This one here is like a rosy pink, and we paired that with Purse First, and you can see that's going to have a great contrast in the yoke, and then of course the body will be in this colorway.
Colorway, yeah.
Stunning.
There you go.
This is the bomb, Sex on the Beach, with this magnificent.
That's a great one. That teal is
really?
right in there. It's right in there.
This is perfection.
Yep.
Sex on the Beach with teal.
And then that one.
And then this is Mississippi Marsala, and we put that with this toasty brown. Again, another perfect neutral, and it's going to go on that base. This reminds me of like a Sue Maselli colorway.
It is. It really is.
And I don't know, Mololo or Mississippi Marsala. I would go either way.
Either way. What are you asking? What is that?
This one's Mississippi Marsala.
Yeah, but sometimes they come in, they look different.
Yeah, this one I guess has a little bit more of a denim, and the Wololo had teal.
Brown. It's got a lot more brown in it. It's got the teal in it, but it goes darker than that.
I don't know. I was going in a different direction
like
completely.
Wololo, Shades of Earth,
they all look similar.
All look different. We forgot to show that.
Oh, this is a good one. Yeah. So we're just going to bounce back. This is a framed. I know that we finished this one, but Pam and I really like this combo, so we're just going to mention it. This is Yerba for the main body, paired with Afternoon Delights for all you green lovers.
Yeah.
Can't leave this one out. This is gorgeous.
And you have to frame it with chocolate. It's called Ristretto.
It's stunning.
Ristretto.
It's just stunning.
It's gorgeous. I love it.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Very pretty.
So those are the kits, if I'm not mistaken, for the Tanne top, which we will host a knit along. So if you've never done color work, we thought that this would be a good building block.
It's like starting place.
Great starting place because you're doing 1x1 color ribbing.
Yep.
Color work, excuse me. You're going to work 2 colors on a row in a 1x1 pattern stitch. And we're going to talk about the techniques on how you pick your color, what is your back dominant color.
Right. It's just, not everything has to be crazy difficult.
No.
You have to start somewhere to learn it.
And some of you that are just new to this channel have said some of the projects are too difficult. So this is one of those projects. You might have it in your queue. You might be looking for camaraderie.
You might be afraid of it, but it's really not one of the more difficult ones.
Right.
So.
And if you're looking to learn a technique, this could be a good basic 1x1 color project. Now, Caitlin dropped this beautiful tank. It's called the Hawthorne Tank. There's a bunch of testers on Ravelry who have knit it. Some of them are wearing it like Caitlin is here, just as a tank without anything underneath. And other people have tested it and they're wearing it as a layering piece over something else. Got a lot of inquiries. Are we making kits for this? So we decided to hop on. I know that we made a bunch of kits for the other ones, but we didn't want to neglect those of you who are interested in the Hawthorne Tank.
Yep.
So it's a cute, probably very quick to knit. It was originally knit, I think, in Ritual Dyes Undine.
Cotton linen or something.
Cotton linen blend. We did some in a silk blend, a merino linen blend, a linen, silk, and alpaca blend. So we're just going to... Why don't you show these, Pam?
Oh, that's okay, Dina.
I'll
you show it.
No, go ahead.
Them. I mean, no. Go ahead.
I'll do this one.
Yeah.
This is Riley. It's a baby alpaca, linen, and silk blend. It's a sport weight yarn, and I think the gauge for the pattern is sport weight. Yeah. It's a very light and silky feel, which is why we thought this could work. Yes, there is a halo on it, but it's certainly not a heavy yarn.
Mm-hmm. It's 50% baby alpaca and 25 silk and 25 linen.
The alpaca is where you're getting the halo.
Right.
It looks like there's a lot of yardage on here. If you look at each skein of Riley has 274 yards per skein. If I'm not mistaken, we went up through, I'm getting my sizes
40,
mixed up. 46.
40. Well, which one? On this one, you probably went a little bigger because it had more yardage. Remember, the other one had 250.
Right. So this one went to 46.5 inches. Now, depending on the fiber, the yardage, some kits are sized through 42.5 inches finished bust, and others include enough yardage to go to a 46.5 finished bust. So Riley here is going to be the one that goes to 46.5 finished bust. And if you're interested in more, please just leave us a note. If I have it, I'll let you know.
There you go. And that colorway is, does it have
this
a name?
one? Yes, this one is called Pearl Driftwood.
This is Driftwood. There it is. Yeah, and this one is called Driftwood. So you can see the difference. Yeah, it's a little bit of a creamy pinkish.
Correct.
And this is Driftwood, and the third,
got like a greenish,
taupey
hue.
And this is Manatee, which is like a soft gray.
Right. Lovely.
So those are more neutral colors. If you wanted to, you could do Merino Linen. This is called
bright
orange.
Those kits go up to 46.5 inches.
Right. And, I mean, I think it's a fun color for this. It should be a fun color for this piece.
Yeah.
Could be. Doesn't have to be.
We put some neutrals in there. And,
Right.
of course, we have black, light gray.
Of course, yeah.
Right. But mint green, another
Pretty.
fun accent color.
I could see
for
that
the
top
summer.
in
It's
that.
beautiful.
That would be very pretty. Now, the Tussa Tweed is...
I think that goes only to 42.5.
this is the one that went to the smaller.
Right.
100% silk. This is a lovely color. Does that have a name, the color? Well, no, it doesn't. I see a number, but to me it's orange.
I called it like a rust, right?
Yeah, an orangey rust. Very pretty.
That's probably the closest in colorway to Caitlin's, I would say.
Caitlin's, right, right. And you can see, look at the colors coming through on that. Very pretty. And then we did a chocolate brown. Isn't this one nice? Isn't there another one?
Yeah,
There's another
on the
one.
table,
The
I think.
raspberry, right?
Yeah. This is a beautiful brown. So also for an accent over chinos, a skirt. It's right here, Pam.
Oh.
And then the other one is the berry colorway. It's pink, super pretty.
Very pretty.
Yep.
Nice.
I like the tweed.
Yeah.
Gives like another dimension.
I made my ranunculus in this. So there again, it was quite a loose-fitting kind of a piece.
Now, believe it or not, the yarn specified for the project is a fingering weight yarn. So here you have fingering weight. The gauge is sport weight. Some people don't want anything that light.
Right.
Some people actually test knit it. I think I saw
In
someone
Luma. That was
in
Luma,
an
which
Aran
is-
weight
yeah,
or a
yeah.
worsted weight.
Well,
Couldn't
yeah.
believe it.
So we looked at all that when we picked the yarns, and it seemed like people were all over the place in the different weight yarns they were using. So as
Right.
long as you're getting the gauge for the project, you should be okay on
Right.
it.
We have a bunch of beautiful colors, solid colors in Suburban Stitcher. I'm looking at them right now.
There's
Beautiful
also
soft
the Knitting
tones.
Play Sport
Sport weight, which is a
or
light
Merino
sport.
Linen
Mhm.
Sport,
Beautiful.
which is nice. That would be pretty as well.
You just need to get the amount of yardage for your pattern, and you'll be set.
Have fun.
Exactly.
So those are the patterns and the kits, right? Is there anything I'm forgetting, Dina?
I think we did all the kits,
Yeah,
right?
I think so. I think that's everything. There were quite a bit. When Dina and I started making the manatee, listen to me, that's the colorway. The
Kits?
Tanne.
The Tanne top?
Yeah, we started with the spin cycle and we kind of got carried away.
Yes. We've been making kits all day long. As you can see, it's endless. I mean, there's so many options, and we try to cover every color group. We
Of
want
course,
neutrals, we
yeah.
want brights, we
Right.
want basics. We want blues, we want greens, purples. We don't want to leave
Right,
anybody
you
out.
try to get all the colorways, the different colors
Right.
covered.
But we're not going to be here next week.
No.
So
Got a lot to digest.
there's a lot here, and I think we just packed it in. I'm not sure if we're going to go live this week with anything. But,
During the week, you mean?
right.
Yeah.
I mean, if I come in and I do
We may.
something, yeah, you never know.
You never know. Depends how the mood hits us.
Pam, I'm not going to see you for a few weeks.
That's right. Well, I mean, not, you got a while yet. I mean, I'm not going tomorrow.
No, but it's like
Yeah,
two
2 weeks.
podcasts.
Well, yeah.
2-week podcasts.
What are you going to do, Dina? We
I
can
don't
do
know. We
that.
might have to do something remote. I don't know if I can handle that.
I think
I
we
could
can
do a week.
Well, we have to get some knitting done. For sure, we have to get some knitting done.
Would you guys like us to Zoom and do a podcast and just like talk about
We could do that.
what we've accomplished on vacation?
What we have or haven't accomplished. Right?
Exactly.
Always the best laid plans, right? When you go away, you always have these high hopes of what you're going to get done.
Did you figure out what you're packing?
No. Well, I mean, I know I'm going to take the
as-
Sylph with me, and I'm going to take the Nila with me,
Nice.
and I'm going to take the Stella Alpina with me.
That's good because
Those
now
are
you
my
have like
current, and the Luminous,
knit.
The Luminous. The Luminous shouldn't be too difficult, either.
No.
But I was telling Dina, like the Nila and the Sylph aren't ones that you have to be able to concentrate to do those.
7:10 p.m.
What's that about?
I have no idea.
No idea. Anyway, so I know I may have to bring something else, Dina.
You got to cast on something.
I
new.
know. I don't know. What should I
So we
cast
are
on?
talking about a crochet along.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Pam and I decided that we would do a knit along and a crochet along. That's what we're adding. So the Tanne top will be on the website, available for sign up.
And so will the crochet. Well,
yes.
Will it be? Have we decided which one we're doing?
If it's not tomorrow or when this is actually published, it'll be during the week. So you will have it, and we will blast it on social media.
Right. And don't forget to mention the one we just put up.
Oh, we have the chain sweater.
The chain sweater.
Yes.
The
So
chain
for
sweater
those of
is
you,
one that we put up last week.
right. Now I did promise that we would make additional kits for the chain sweater. I have sparkle yarn that is not as expensive as art yarns. If anybody is looking for a kit that is more affordable, if you're trying to find something that is, I shouldn't say more affordable, more budget friendly is really
right.
The
but do you even need to use the sparkle?
You do not.
I mean,
some people
you don't have to.
want sparkle.
Right.
It's really about texture.
Right.
All of her stuff is, and
You
again,
have a lace. Is
there's
there
a lace
in
chart.
And there's the I-cord.
Yeah. So it's another PopeVergara, pattern. I think when we first initially introduced the chain sweater kits, we mentioned that we would incorporate a knit along to go along with that.
Right.
So we are following up with that. The Tanne top, we're looking for 10 people to sign up if it's a go. So just keep in mind, if you are buying a kit, it's not, how would you say, contingent on the class?
Right. It's not contingent on the class because, listen, if we have 2 people, it's not, we have to have more than that to do the class.
Right.
Is basically what we're saying. So
right.
we put the number at 10, and usually it's not even an issue. We always have 10.
No, I think I'm the only reason I'm worried is because I think the reason that we said we're going to do that is all of our knit-alongs have basically been more skill building, and we've been getting harder and harder and harder.
Right.
And in this particular case, we're kind of going back to ground zero with just a real newbie basic color work.
Yeah, but I think that you're talking about the Tanne.
Yeah.
But it's still
if you've never done a sweater,
right?
This is a perfect
if you've
one
never
to hop
done
on.
color work.
It's top down. If you've never done that construction,
right. There might be short rows in it. I'm not even sure now.
Right.
I don't remember off the top of my head. Or mohair. Maybe you haven't done a mohair sweater. Like me, I'm not a mohair fan. So, but I would consider doing this in mohair. So I don't know. That could be something too. Right. Something different,
The best way to tackle tripling a yarn.
Right. So anyway, so that is our mindset in picking these projects. Right. So in any event, stay tuned for the crochet one, and the Tanne will be up, and the chain is already up.
Correct. And just wanted to let you know that we are going to be closed. So we're here this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
Right.
We're going to be closed, I think it's July 27th, and we will be back again on
the Friday's
August.
The 26th. Friday's the
sorry.
26th, right. And we'll be back, I don't know when you'll be back, August what?
Back in the shop on August 6th.
Right.
Honestly, I'll be here on the 5th to fill orders. So if you need anything, to contact me or speak to me, I might be picking up the phone. But, August 5th.
There you go.
All right.
Everyone have a wonderful knitting week. Productive.
You won't be here for a fortnight.
Well, that's what you're getting fancy now.
2 weeks.
A fortnight.
Yeah. It's 2 weeks. I'm my heart's palpitating. What am I going to do without Pam?
I'm always reachable. Where do I ever go? But in any event, yes.
She's going west. I'm going east. What is the time difference going to be?
I don't know.
My goodness gracious.
At least I know that way. I think it's 2 hours for me.
Oh, that's it?
From here, but you're going the other way. So you're adding time on.
Right.
So instead of it being like a 5-hour difference, it might, I don't know.
How are we going to align?
What is the difference that you're looking at in time?
Italy?
Yeah, what is it? What is it?
It's probably 7 hours.
No, I don't think it's that
6?
much. Is it that much? Well, let's cut the difference and say it's 6. So it'll be 8.
It's either 8 or 9.
Some will be in the morning zone, and someone will be in the evening zone. There you go. What is it?
I'm really excited for my mom.
Was your mom going?
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Was that right? Why was it for her?
She's going to see all of her cousins. About 50 of them.
They're all getting together. It's the whole.
It's 1:15 a.m.
right now. So they're 5 hours ahead? No, 6 hours. 6 hours.
6. So you were right. 8. Okay.
6 hours ahead. Yeah.
So plus your 2.
Plus my 2 makes it 8 hours. So of course you wouldn't be doing it at 1:15.
No.
If it's 8 o'clock at night by you, it's 5 at noon by me.
We'll have to figure that out.
We'll have to figure it out. Yeah.
Might not be able to work. We'll see.
We'll see. You never know. Well, then when we come back, though, we can do it.
Absolutely.
It'll be 2 hours. Anyway, everyone
we're going to miss you. Have a wonderful
week or 2 for the summer. And thank God we still have summer when we come back.
Yes.
Thank God.
Especially for you.
Especially for me, yeah. Exactly.
Hope you get a lot of knitting or crocheting done. Or maybe it's just unwinding.
Exactly.
Maybe you just need to listen to a book or get into exercise.
Yep.
Take a break from knitting and crocheting. Whatever you do.
Relax.
Do what's good for you.
Enjoy yourselves.
Yep. We're going to miss you.
See you soon. Bye.